In this video, I'm gonna go over what I ate in order to lose the stubborn belly fat, the stubborn body fat all around my body and go all the way down to 10% body fat. And I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it as well, okay? I went from being overweight, nearly 200 pounds, all the way down to 157 pounds to getting a full visible six pack, okay? And I did it by eating this way. It's very boring. Yes, it's boring, but it gets the job done, okay? So what I ate was pretty much whole foods. Everything from the food pyramid is what I ate, okay? I'm gonna show you a video of what I ate this morning, actually. It's just eggs with cream of rice, which is basically just grinded up rice, right? So it's nothing but carbs. I also ate, I put some blueberries on top of the cream of rice, some cinnamon. You could put a scoop of whey protein in there. So foods like this, right? Single ingredient foods is what gets the job done if you're trying to transform your body. If you are a busy individual, right? If you're a father or you have a business and you don't have that much time to be spending in the kitchen, it's better to eat the same thing every day. That's how I did it, okay? I transformed my body from eating this way, and I highly recommend you to do the same. For you to eat the same foods every single day, okay? The reason being is because you're not gonna spend that much time in the kitchen thinking about what your next meal is going to be or thinking about what you're going to eat tomorrow. If you're eating the same thing every single day, you're going to spend, like, the learning curve is going to be beaten for you. You're going to know what to cook, how to cook it, how to prep it. Whereas if you're trying to invent new foods or try new recipes like every week, it's going to be very hard for you to be sustainable. Okay, so it's better for you to eat the same thing every day. The clients that I've had before that have transformed their bodies, they have eaten this way, and those are the ones that get the best results, where they eat the same thing every day. They don't complain, right? They eat the same thing every day and they transform their body because they already know what they're eating, right? When you eat the same thing every day and you're following a plan, you know what the macros are and what the calories are. Whereas if you're eating different things, yes, you can still track it, but like I said, it's going to take more time and energy. I recommend to follow a meal plan where you're eating the same things every single day, okay? So like I said, it's boring, but it gets a job done. Whereas, and it's like you're not even eating for taste at this time, right? You're eating for the nutritional value, for the carbohydrates, for the lipids, for the fats, for the protein, for the nutrients, in order to transform your body, to transform your physique from being overweight to getting shredded, right? To getting abs. The last thing, you also need to say no to anything else that could be holding you back for making this transformation possible. And that does not only include foods, it also includes your friends or any invite outs, your family, anything else that could divert you or make you fall off your plan. You need to say no to, okay? So during this transformation phase, it's going to be very boring, but you need to keep that goal at the forefront, right? Every single day, you're like a soldier at war on a mission. You wake up, you're like, okay, I know what I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat this. I'm not going to eat these freaking cookies. I'm not going to eat whatever it is that my wife cooked me, right? Because if I don't eat it, then she's going to get sad or she's going to get upset and then I'm going to feel guilty. No, you have to get rid of that mentality. If you are able to eat whatever it is that you need to eat for your meal plan or whatever it is that you're eating, right? But you know it's getting you to be 1% each and every single day, then that's what you need to eat, right? That's what you need to follow. You need to remove that guilt, that shame that other people make you feel, your friends, your family, whoever, right? People in your life, they're going to start to judge you. Bro, who cares about what they think? Because guess what? Once you transform your physique, then they're going to be judging you, and let them judge you then, right? Once you transform your physique, you're going to be laughing in their face like, yeah, you guys were laughing at me when I was eating freaking my sweet potato and my rice and my chicken breast and my ground beef and all that. But you guys were enjoying yourselves. Now I'm enjoying myself later on once I'm shredded at the beach, right? Able to take my shirt off and I'm confident as hell, while you guys are still hiding behind your freaking shirts because you're afraid to take off your shirt, right? To show your physique. So it's like, flex on them later on, right? They don't understand what you're doing. Tell them no. Do not feel guilty, right? Otherwise, if you do, then you're never going to transform your physique, okay? I struggle with this really bad. This last point that I'm talking about right now, this was like the most difficult part for me to understand, because I let other people dictate my life, right? I let other people dictate the decisions in my life when it came to what it is that I needed to eat. I used to freaking hate I used to hate counting my macros because I would feel like people were judging me, right? And I would feel awkward and weird that I'm counting every single freaking berry that I'm putting into my cream of rice or into my oatmeal. Where it's like, but it's like, bro, you need to track. If you don't track, then you're not gonna know what it is that you're eating, right? A lot of times people think that they're in a caloric deficit when in reality, they're not. Why? Because they fail to track every single thing that they're eating. And it's like, you have to track every single thing, right? Your fruits, your vegetables, your anything, every freaking thing that you're eating, you need to track, okay? Your liquids, right? For eating things with calories like milk, you need to track that. Log it in MyFitnessPal. So it's gonna be boring, but it gets the job done, bro. Okay, and it also kind of it mentally like welds your mind. It makes you have a strong mental fortitude, where it's like, bro, if I could put myself through this and suffer through this, then I can suffer through anything else in life, right? So you need to have that mindset, bro. A lot of people that don't transform their physiques have that weak ass mindset where it's like they let other people dictate their lives, and then they feel bad about themselves, right? Because they're like, they know that they have that potential. And it's like, bro, you need to make a decision now, right? Tell yourself now, have that self-talk with yourself where it's like, I'm gonna follow and eat everything that I'm supposed to eat, regardless of how I feel, regardless of how anybody else feels. Because if you don't do that, then you're never gonna transform your physique. You're never gonna change your life. And then once you transform your physique, bro, I'm telling you, it's like a whole different world. You're gonna start to see all these benefits and how all the hard work that you put in will literally spill into these other important areas of your life when it comes to finances, relationships, your family, leadership, your friends, like everything else in your life will become way better. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, was to understand that it's gonna be boring, but who cares, because you're getting better every single day, and you know that you're moving in the right direction every single day. Okay, so be sure to eat, like I said, whole foods. Eat your whole foods. Say no to everything else that could be distracting you from your goals, from getting in your workouts, from going to the gym, hitting every single workout, every single set, every single rep, and eating everything that you're supposed to eat. And be sure to follow a meal plan where you're eating the same thing every single day. Okay, eat the same thing every single day, and I promise you, you will be consistent. It's gonna be super easy. It's gonna be easy for it to be sustainable, right? For you to follow. So those are the 3 main points that I wanted to share with you in this video. This is how I was able to transform my physique. I finally got abs once I did these 3 things. Okay, I recommend for you to do these 3 things. If you don't, you're never gonna transform your physique, bro. I promise you, you will not transform your physique.